Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel. In this particular video guys, I'm going to show you exactly how to cut and sew this lovely trendy shirt gathered dress, as simple as it looks and very lovely and classy. So if you know you're interested, do wait to stick with me to the end of the video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell if you are new to my channel. I equally want to appreciate you all, my returning subscribers. I want to return you all, appreciate you all so much. Please do well to check out my other videos. Do well to check me out. I have other lovely videos and more lovely videos to come. So this is a very detailed video for both beginners and advanced, anyone that wants to know more on how to sew. So this is a very detailed video, very detailed and easy, with easy technique. So please do well to take your time and watch and enjoy this video to the end. Okay, all right, so don't forget, like I said before we get down into the video proper, as you're enjoying my look and enjoying how I'm showcasing this to you, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell for more updates, okay? Or else you will miss out, and I know you don't want to miss out. All right, see you, and let's move into the video proper. So this is the measurement I'll be using for this particular dress, and this is my fabric. I've folded into places, and I'm getting my top line or my shoulder line that I'll be using to draft this. Okay, you can just go ahead, you can go for 1 inch or ½ inch. So what I use here is ½ inch. So I'll divide my shoulder measurement by 2 plus 0.5. So my shoulder measurement is 16. I've divided it by 2, and that is 8 plus 0.5, and that is 8.5. So I'm also applying the same thing. Okay, this is my bust point, that is 10 inch. So coming down from my shoulder line, I'm marking 10 inch. Okay, that is my bust point. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and connect it. Okay, so I'm cutting this particular dress on a freehand direct drafting, so please pay close attention. So I'll also be bringing out this 8.5 down here for my armhole. I'll also bring down the 8. I'll also get the 8.5 on this slanted side, just to get a straight line. Okay, so I'll match this straight line and then also roll out the extra line there. Just don't forget, like I said, it's for my armhole. Okay, so basically I'm using the same 8.5. Okay, so the next thing I'll do now is to divide the 8.5 by 2, and I'll mark the midway, that is on the armhole line. So when I mark it, the next thing I'll do is to come out by 1 inch. So that will help me to shape in the armhole to get a more good fit for my across chest. Okay, so meanwhile I've also divided my bust measurement by 4 and applied. So that particular point you are seeing where I'll be covering this from, this point now. So just go ahead, and from that particular point where the division stops, that is where you connect. Okay, for your accurate armhole, that is, divide your armhole by 2 and apply. Okay, so that particular part, I kind of skipped the video, the clip for that angle. That's why you didn't see when I applied it. So the next thing, I'm going for my waist measurement. So that is 16 inch. I'll come down by 16 inch, and I'm just going to make a straight line like this. So the next thing, from the point of the waist measurement, I'm going to go down by 8 inch. I'm actually going to go down by 10 inch, not exactly 8. I was supposed to go that 8 inch to get my exact hip, but now I'll make it 10 inch. That is a plus 2 inch because of where I want the gather to start. Okay, so that is what you see me do. So this now becomes like the hip line I'm using here. So I'm applying my waist measurement, which is 7.2. I'm applying my normal hip measurement, which is 9.5. So I'll just go ahead, and the next thing I'll do is to connect it all and then add my sewing allowances. So after connecting them, I've also added extra 1 inch below for the joining for the shoulder and the down, that is the hem. So the next thing I'll do now is to get my neck. This particular one I'm drafting is the back. I'm going to use the back to cut the front. So I moved up 3 inch. I moved in 3 inch. I'm going to come down by 1 inch for the neck. tight for the back neck, don't forget. As you see me do, so I'll just add my allowances, which is I'm going to be adding 1.5. So guys, just take note, my actual allowance will be end up being 1 inch because I'm going to be leaving extra 0.5 when I'm sewing this, so that will be ease. Okay, for this, if you look at it, you will notice it's not exactly fitted, it's a little bit free, okay, on the loose. So that is just it. So I'm connecting my allowance. So by the time I'm sewing, I'm going to be sewing 1 inch instead of the 1.5. So that is what I mean. So the next thing I'm going to do now, after connecting this, is just to cut it as you're seeing me do already. Then I'll go ahead and add my shoulder slant, which is 1 inch. Then I've folded for my front side. I've folded my fabric also. So all I need to do is just as I assume it, as you can see me place my fabric like this, I'll just go ahead and place it, and I'm going to bring out extra 2 inch, as you can see. So the 2 inch is going to be for my zip. So this 2 inch you see me bringing out here. So I'll make sure it's 2 inch. This particular 2 inch is not compulsory 2 inch. You can make yours 2.5. You can make yours 3 inch, okay, depending on how bold you want the zip, the side where your button will be, how bold you want it. So mine, I just want 1 inch boldness, that is wide, so that when I fold it in, I'll be getting 1 inch. So that is why I ended up using 2 inch. So you can decide to use 2.5 or 3 inch if you want it to come out as 1.5 when you finish folding. So depending on how you want it. So guys, all I'm just doing right now is stippling this together, and after that I will just cut it out. After I cut it out, I will go for my neck and then shape my neck. So I'm not going to be shaping the neck of the front exactly like from the just like that. I will still have to make some there is a way I'll do it. So now this is the neck side, and I've gotten I'm just marked out my 2 inch. So what I'm going to do is on this exact line now, I'm going to come down by 3, which is the normal measurement I'm using here for the neck, 3 inch on this point of the 3 inch. So I'll just go ahead and connect it. So this is just exactly how I'm going to go about the neck. If you go ahead and take it straight from there and connect it to this side, it will not come out very nice. Okay, you might end up getting a more smaller neck, which will not be good. So it's best you do it just this way. Okay, so as you can see now, everything is balanced, everything is fine. So I'll just go ahead now and cut it out. So I'm going to notch this particular 2 inch point. So I'm going to notch it so that when I'm joining it, it will not confuse me and I will not mistake it. Okay. So you can see how lovely this looks. So the next thing I'm doing now is I want to cut my my sleeve. So I'm simply using the remaining what I have, okay, after cutting out my dress to drop my colors. So I added extra 2 inch to join it on the hem side. Okay, so I'll just go ahead now and notch the button side so that I'll be very sure when I start joining and it will nothing will block the way. So after doing that, I believe you can see this clearly. This video is very explanatory. It explains itself, okay? All you need to do is pay close attention and you understand it, okay? So the next thing I'm going to do now is to join it. So we are joining. So now I'm placing them right side facing right side, as you can see, right side facing right side. And then I'm going to go ahead and join the shoulders. After joining the shoulders, I will join the side. I'm not going to join the bottom points now. I'm just going to join the side first. And don't forget, like I said, when you're joining the side, do well to add extra and to remove 0.5. That is you are sewing an extra allowance of ease of 0.5 to free for free is easy move. So guys, this is it after I finished making the gathers already. The gathers and everything is ready with the gathers. And on this particular point, as I was gathering, I ensured that I left the 2-inch for my buttonhole. As you can see, that side was not gathered at all, so I started my gather from the point I marked 2-inch. Okay, so just go exactly with what you see me do. Just pin down everything like this, pin it round and make sure it matches properly, and then go ahead and sew by 1/2 inch. Okay, sew it round by 1/2 inch. So after that, that is when we are going to come over and then fold the button lines. So we are going to fold it like this. Just pay attention to this. Okay, so we are going to fold it. You can see to meet exactly. So I'll move in by 0.3 of 0.3 and then move in for the whatever is left there. Just fold it and make sure it's touching that exact point of the 2-inch. Make sure it doesn't go too deep in, because if it goes too deep in, it might eat into the actual neckline, and if it passes the 2-inch, it will eat into the actual neckline. So just make sure it's on that point of the 2-inch where you notched. So after doing that, this is my result. This is it after I finished turning it. So you can see that our dress is gradually getting ready. You can see how straight it is. There's no confusion, everything is straight. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to go ahead and take the circumference of the neck, take the accurate circumference of the neck, and then I'll use it to get my collar. So for my collar, all I had to do was come down, okay, using my ruler. Please, this black part, note that you're coming down by 1 inch or 1.5. okay, so you go down, you come down again by 3 inch. So when you make your first 1 inch or 1.5 inch row, then you also come down by 1/2 inch from the point that is exactly the 1.5 I was referring to. You can see the way I'm marking it, 1.5. I had to make it double like that. You will see the need. Then I'll come down by 3 inch. So this 3 inch is a very good standard measurement for collars. Okay, it covers enough the wideness. I'm making a 1-piece collar here, just a simple 1-piece collar. So now I've taken my measurements, and I know you're wondering what is measurement applied here. That is my circumference of the neck divided by 2. So that is just what I see me do, and then shape it in by 0.5. And then I'll go ahead and redivide this measurement by 0.2, and then I'll get the midway. In other words, I'm getting the midway of the straight line you can see there. So, and I'll move in by 0.5. So I'll connect it. So the essence is to make a difference between the back and the front. Okay, so I'm going to be making a video for how to make a standard collar. This one is just a freehand cut. So this is it. I'm applying the same thing. I'm going up by another 1/2 inch. You can see the reason for the 1/2 inch we go that first. So I'm just going to go ahead and connect it. So guys, this is all for the collar, just as simple as this. And then I'll curve it. So this is how I want my collar to look. So you can curve it upwards, you can curve it downwards. So I curve mine upwards and I'm okay by it. So I've added 1/2 inch as my joining allowances. So I'll just cut it out. So basically that's all for the collar, just simple as this. So I'm cutting it 2 places because I have to join it. So you can see our collar, it's not exactly perfect, but it's something you can use anytime, any day. Okay, it's a quick one. Now the next thing to do is I'm going to be sewing round of this, excluding this 1/2 inch points. The point you see me mark, sew to this exact point. So no, don't sew up everything. So meanwhile, on the cuff of our sleeve, I'm equally going to go ahead and attach everything. I'm going to join it together to get a cuff. I'm sewing it up. Okay, you will see the outcome of this once I'm through sewing. So guys, this is the outcome of this. This is the cuff, so you can see how it looks. Okay, so this is the collar. You can see, make sure that your collar make sure that your collar is aligning with your neckline. Make sure your collar is aligning with your neckline. Make sure the collar is not too small. Okay, so make sure as you're sewing you're paying attention to that. Then I'll go ahead and top stitch. I'll top stitch every part of it, all of them. So the next thing I will do after that is to attach my sleeve. Once I'm through with top stitching the collar, the cuff, I will attach my sleeve, and I'm attaching it this way. So on sewing the side of this, I didn't sew up to the end, to the part of the sleeve. I just left some space because I want my sleeve to be attached freely. So now I'm connecting my sleeve cap from midpoint to midpoint, so you can see, and this is just exactly how I'm going to connect. So once I connect it and sew in 1/2 inch, then I'll go ahead and join it together and stitch. So this is my sleeve. Basically I've already finished joining it, so don't worry, once you are following this video up and you are sewing it, you understand. By the time you start attaching your sleeve, you understand exactly how to finish it. So this is my collar. I've attached it, and the next thing I'm going to do now is to attach my cuff. So I didn't finish up everything entirely on the sleeve part. I have to leave space to show you exactly how to go about the cuff. So this cuff sewing in this particular tutorial is a very simple one again. So it's not something to bother you that much. All you need to do is just take the full measurement of what you have, and what you have on the cuff and what you have on the sleeve, and subtract any excess left. The excess is what you're going to be, that is going to be your seam on the sleeve. So as you see me pin it down like this, so it's just to show you what it's going to look like when I finish sewing it. So this is not going to look like the exact kind of cuff you might have seen. I'm making a very casual sleeve cuff. Okay, so now I'll make sure that these two parts align properly. So once they are aligning properly, just go ahead and you're not sewing this part because that side will be open. You're going to be fixing the buttonhole there. So I'm just turning this sleeve now so that you see it clearly. So you can see already the outcome of the sleeve. So we go ahead and sew it down like this. Okay, so sew it down exactly from this point. I'm just going to use my chalk and remark it so that you see it clearly. Okay, please take note, if you're sewing it down, you have to press in the fabric. Okay, the fabric, yes, exactly like this. You need to press it in so that it will stay locked in. So sew it down. I'm going to remark this again in case it's a bit confusing, so you can see, so you know the point you're sewing it to. So just sew it to that point, but make sure that you are considering your hand. You don't want it to come out tight. So don't forget, like I said, this one is not like the regular sleeve cuff. More tutorials coming up. You're going to be seeing different techniques. So the only way you can see that is if you hit the subscribe button. If you know that you have watched up to this extent so far and you're yet to hit the subscribe button, please do wait to hit the subscribe button, turn on notification bell for more updates. There are more lovely tutorials coming up and you don't want to miss out, trust me. And different techniques, different methods to sew, have easy ways to go about sewing in case you have urgencies, emergencies and all that. So please, so something like this, now you already have something like a cuff. All you need to do is just attach your button and you are good to go. Okay, so guys, I believe you enjoyed this tutorial, and please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and check out my other videos. I would deeply appreciate. So my dress is almost ready. All I need to do now is to mark the point of my button, and then I'm going to take it to the weaving machine so they can weave the button holes for me. Okay, so I've marked the first point, and from that point I'm going to come down by 2.5. So I don't want this holes to be too spaced. So if you want yours to be too spaced, you can go on and make it 3 inch or 4 inch. So mine, I want it to be a bit closer because it's a dress. I want it to cover me up very well. So I'll just go ahead and use 2.5 as you see me do already. I'm marking this on a slant, but they're going to whip it on straight. So guys, as you can see, I have my belt and everything, and my button is fixed, and you can see my collar, you can see my cuff, you can see. I believe you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.